Hello, this is Chong, and I did take a 2 day break. I had a long 2 days at work, and I came home and I was just really tired. So I usually I stream once a day, but it was just very hectic days at work. So that was why I haven't been for a day or two. And I've been working on some of my other social media. I reach out to my groups on Facebook. And I got my own private group over there, Chong. And I like to raise animal awareness because, in my opinion, animals are. They're used. Hang on. Chong, what are you doing? Hang on. It's not Chong. It's the other ones. Go. 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 Anyways, in my opinion, animals are a part of all of our lives, even police officer lives, our daily lives. And hang on, I gotta get my squirter after these cats. I can't have any peace. I can't even stream in peace these days. I get on a stream and then they bang at the door. Alright, hopefully that calms it down. Squirt gun works every time, even works for dogs. Anyways, getting back to what I was saying, animals affect every part of our lives. They affect the littlest person to not the littlest, but it's the people that are rated not so important to the people that are very important. And sometimes one little detail is an animal, and everybody shares the love of an animal. Whether it be a cat or whatever it is. Some people have a lot of different kinds of pets, but animals affect our lives. They show us how to they show us how to love. They show us how to give compassion, and they're there for a lot of different reasons. And in my opinion, it's to show people how to love and give love. That's why some animals are abused and some aren't. And that's why they say you could tell a person how good they are, how they treat their animals. Because anybody that could treat an animal with love and care and take care of an animal generally are good people because they know how to give love. And you could judge a person by this. Honestly. So, I'm a firm believer of this. And I honestly do believe this statement. And I've heard it by numerous people, and I do believe it. Because if you can have unconditional love for an animal, you can have it for a human being. And it is fact. So, but I'm gonna put this camera here because I figure I haven't done my arts and crafts in like 2 days, and I have to make. I gotta pick out a crystal, uh, and make a crystal necklace for one of my friend's sons, and make her something too. So I figure to kill two birds with one stone here. I got my glasses on so I can actually see. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. My hairs are always all over the place. No matter what you do. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and get my craft bag out and talk about these discoveries, as I had ideas. I don't know if sometimes I don't know what they are. My personal ideas are ideas that no one's thought of because they're not me. That's the way the world runs sometimes, you know? Sometimes these kind of things are like that. But I got a bunch of crystals and we wanted a green crystal. When I was looking at these events of the world, and I was even, trying to dig further for the truth, because I'm always trying to dig for the truth. When I dug for the truth, I discovered there's a bunch of places, literally, in the world that have really good discoveries, and honestly, in these discoveries, I do need these little string things. But anyways, in these discoveries, they didn't carbon date any of some of these findings. And I found this very interesting that you have these certain sites in the world. And they have them on a lot of places, these sites. And the thing with these sites are you have all these sites in the world that are undiscovered, but they finally make a discovery and they don't carbon date to find out how old some of these things are, and they don't invest any money to find out the truth. And then people go around and they'll say a lot of times, I've heard this, that aliens don't exist. This doesn't exist. Everyone's so quick to say these things don't exist. If you don't explore all of the truths of the world, how do you know what really exists and doesn't exist until you fully, oh my good sisters, thank goodness. How do you really know if it is a truth or not? That's my question. I mean, it's a very good question because how could you? And honestly, it doesn't seem overly plausible for me. You know what I mean? And I really like this crystal. I don't think I want to sell it. It's very pretty. I think I might make this to aromatherapy when I make my own necklace. But anyways, if you never try to fully, even if you don't think it's going to be overly profitable, it's the science behind all this that really counts. I mean, in my opinion. I mean, And I think sometimes when they do these scientific discovery, archaeological stuff and all that, I really think that when they do these discoveries, they don't think that possibly that the reason that some of these aren't discovered fully is because no one gave it a chance. But you have all the natives and people. Right now, I'm just going through my rocks and crystals. I have some nice ones here. See, I'm not really into the rocks. I'll sell those all day long. I mean the crystal rocks. I really like the pendants the best. This one is very interesting. See, when I do these, I could feel them. The energy from this rock it feels like fire to me. This has a lot of fire energy, so I want to think this is a volcanic one. It kind of makes my knees weak a little. This one has a very cooling sensation. It's very soothing. This one kind of makes my whole body numb, actually. This is a really good one, this one here. But I have a very good crystal around my neck, so I don't really have to worry about these issues in my life. So I'll probably just sell that to somebody. And I got these other names. And this one's pretty, but I don't know. I don't really like pink stones. But I was even thinking, what if, just what if, we took all the extra money we can and stop being so greedy and actually put something into budget? What would we find in these areas that they don't think is important because they're not going to find gold and all this other stuff? But there's so much knowledge to be had. This is such a pretty piece, but I really don't think it works for me. This is like a smoky quartz right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's like a smoky quartz, and I like to look to see kind of what it's filled with. It is filled with something. It is very pretty, and I really wish it liked me. But sometimes you just kind of know the one that's meant to be with you, and the one that's just not. I just honestly don't think this one's meant to be with me. That's okay. Not everything that's pretty is meant to be yours in life. I realize that at a very young age. Sometimes the most things that aren't as pretty are the ones that are meant to be with you, depending on how you bond with it and all that different stuff. So I decided I have my light of Jerusalem that I use a lot, and I have that still. And I blessed all of them with the light of Jerusalem, as I figure a blessing is good for any sort of situation. And anyways, so, but for some reason, this one here seems to call to me. Maybe I could make this like a real long one. It looks like it would complement. I hope you can see that. I mean, I have the light. I try to get my lighting really good, but sometimes I feel it's not. There it is. I think. I don't know. I have the worst camera in the world. But here it is. Maybe if I put this light on, I always have lighting issues. All the time. This is better. I've seen other YouTubers do this. Maybe if I switch the camera over and put it to the back. I've seen them do this on YouTube. And it's not working. Oh, Lord. Anyways, I'm going to switch it like this. There it is. There it is. This one seems to really be calling to me for some reason. I just get a really good vibe with it. And I think it might complement the one I have on. So I'm going to try to make a nice little chain for that. Because I think that would be really pretty. But in the fix all this fine. So there was like, I mean, I'm not getting into details of the because I don't want to get in trouble getting the right details and strings. But if you go through the YouTube videos, as I follow many YouTubers, I am a fan of YouTube. I enjoy YouTube. YouTube is, I think it's pretty much my favorite platform of all time. And I really enjoy it. And I always say, I feel humbled to be able to actually live stream on YouTube. Because to me, this is, even if I never make money, this is like something I've always wanted to be. Always wanted to be where I'm at. I always wanted to say I have a YouTube channel. I always kind of did have a YouTube channel. Everybody can start a YouTube channel. I just didn't think I would have one with a live button. It does make me feel humbled in a lot of ways. I just feel blessed, I guess you could say. Chong, don't be looking so pathetic over there. It's not the end of the world, okay? But anyways, my dog is so dramatic. He's the most dramatic dog I've ever seen in my life. But anyways, like I said, I've been, I follow many YouTuber streams and they do give a lot of good facts. A lot. To me, they give lots of good facts, and that's what I like. I like the facts. But when I'm cutting my string, I'm coming over here. I like to loop this around like this. This is like my favorite method. Like where it's like that, and then I just cut the end here. Cause I like the white cords, and I was going to actually order in some black twine, but I haven't gotten to it. I ended up going with perfumers, alcohol, and this and that, and all kinds of things. that because I wanted to like start making perfume bottles and stuff. So because I feel that if you have an essential oil, nice essential oil perfume that you put your own energy into, I feel it kind of works better. So I really these days I'm trying to do that. It just seems like a better deal all around. So I try. But anyways, I'm watching these YouTubers, and they have these great interesting facts. I watch the weird stuff. I guess you can say I'm one of the weirdos. I see things for what they are a lot. I see different aspects of life that most people just don't see or think about or care to think about, really, which is sad. I'm a very big fan of the Darwin's theory. I love Darwin. Love him. Very smart man. I love people that give truth to society, you know, and make a major impact on the world. Because to me, these are the game changers. Darwin's a game changer. Stephen Hawking, game changer. All these guys are just major game changers. I just believe that they have shaped our world in a lot of ways, and we might not be where we're at without. I like to call them the renaissance of science. So, and a lot of these people give their whole lives to this cause. And to me, it's amazing that you can give your whole life to a cause. And they give it for for science. Alright, I'm sorting my braid, and I start it just like you're braiding hair. I really do. I've actually gotten better at braiding my own hair, braiding all this yarn. And I like to separate my little strings over this way and separate it that way. And until you get like two strings. So you have I've been wanting to do my stuff a little thicker these days because I feel the thicker the chain, the better and the prettier it looks. And it's just my thoughts of it. It's the way I like to do it because I have a problem with trying to find the right cord anymore these days. It just gives me. And then I'm here on my board. I don't know if you can see this. But I have the worst camera ever. But I just pull it up here like you're braiding hair. And I gotta hold it real tight. And I just start my braid just like, it's so basic. It's literally just like, if anybody knows how to braid hair, it's just a basic braid. It's just like, you can use different textures of yarn. But for some reason, I think this one works a little bit better because it's a little sturdier. So I like to use this. But getting back to what I was saying, I'm just going to braid this out and then we'll talk about the middle piece when I get my pendant in there. But, anyways, some of these sites, I think there was some that was in like a couple was in Africa where the ancient civilizations, I mean, they've been all around these ancient civilizations, but they got ancient Roman buildings and stuff, and just these different kind of technologies. And then my friend, I don't know about my friend, but an acquaintance at work was telling me that they used to have communicate with crystals, and they used to store information in crystals. And she said she's seen a video of it. And I know that I've seen some videos on YouTube about stone tablets, like how we have our phones, where they hold information. That people had these stone tablets that they used to carry around in ancient times, and it was equivalent to like a tablet. So there was things around, and then there's information about out there. It's out there where people believe now that crystals holds energy and holds information on ancient stuff, and they believe that only certain people can unlock it, and it's being said in podcasts. It's just different areas, and different spiritualists are pretty much saying this. So the question of the day is, what do you believe? I mean, they are good conductors. They're very good conductors, just because of their base. But beyond being a good conductor, maybe they did. I mean, there's a lot of podcasts saying a lot of different things. I don't like to say things that I don't think are fully researched. I like I in my little in my videos, I just talk about opinions and speculations because I don't believe something's an actual fact until it's proven. It doesn't make me an atheist. I don't. I do believe there's God, and I do believe God is energy. And I do think that was proven through scientific stuff with space and everything. Because I believe there is something out there that is controlling us. I don't know how. I do believe the strongest hold of energy out there so far that we know about is the Milky Way with that gigantic black hole. But I don't travel to that black hole. So I can't tell you for sure what's going on with that black hole. I don't want to be one of these streamers that tell you that what I say is true and that's it, because I absolutely might not be right. I may it may just be batshit crazy. I mean, this is a possibility, and I might be right. I don't know, but I just give my opinions and questions about the thing about my own personal questions, kind of like on 28 days in different movies where you give, like, you go in front of the camera and you talk to the camera when you're like stuck in a house type thing. And I do like to have feedback when I can because I feel that everyone's opinion matters. I I don't claim to be authority of anything. I don't know what's going on in that Milky Way. I don't know what's going on in God's head. And I don't want to sit there and say I do because I don't think anybody does. I don't think any podcaster, I honestly don't think any streamer knows. That's why a lot of times they just say, "What do you believe? Leave your comments below." It's a common thing. It's because we don't know, but I think that raising awareness about something and actually having self thought does help. That I do believe. So, and I'm a very, and I do think getting people's inputs do help. Alright, give me 1 second. I need to go grab something and I will be right back. But yeah, that's why you'll see a lot of comments on like people that really kind of want to know the truth but don't want to speculate and say they do know the truth. And I'm honestly don't want to say one way or another because I don't know. And I'm a very honest person. And I honestly believe everybody is entitled to their own awareness, to their own insight, and and I always want to know people's opinions or what they think because I further research things. It's what I do, just for my own self awareness, because that's what I like to do. And it's where I'm a very basic, simple person. I love animals, even though at times it can be annoying. But all the same, I still love them. I believe we have a connection with the world. Alright, another second. I will be right back. I promise. I'm sorry for these interruptions. Alright. Anyways, I feel honestly that we all can, it's my dream that we all could work together and find out some of the answers of the world. And I feel that if everybody kind of gave insight and was more, I guess, everybody was more open about things, we would find out more about things about life in general. And I honestly do believe that. But I mean, that's just my opinion. Someone else might say, I, I in church, this happened to me. And that's okay too. Because I'm just saying that energy, if you say it's energy or Jesus or whatever you want to say, it's a good positive thing that happens. But, I'm thinking, maybe if we carbon dated some of the stuff, we would realize maybe there was people out there, like, because they have actual grave sites of people. And they say that Lucy is one of the oldest. Okay, she's pretty old. I would buy that. But what if there's somebody a little bit older? What if there's a burial that's older than that? And what if this burial maybe has a little more extra DNA or something different than the others? Maybe there was some form of alien that maybe mated with us, or we somehow picked up some of their DNA in ancient times, and our brain just got smarter and bigger. Or maybe it was just something we consumed. Or maybe it's evolution. I mean, there's a lot of theories out there. But sometimes it's fun trying to find out the journey to the truth. Even when you don't think it's the truth. I mean, it might not, I mean, we don't know. And even if you don't find out the whole truth, if you find out possibilities, sometimes it's a start. And it brings people awareness. And honestly, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that's actually a good thing in the world to be like that. I mean, what's wrong with possibly bringing awareness to people? I mean, I think it's a good thing. Sometimes, that's why they have meditation crystals out. People want you to meditate in the world. Find out your inner spirit. I guess that's a goal. And if not, you have some cool jewelry if you can't find your inner spirit. If there is an inner spirit or there's not. But if there's not, maybe you could just share with one person what you feel and your thoughts. I mean, that's pretty much what I do every day. It's just people like to listen to my thoughts. But I feel it's important to listen to everybody's thoughts. But you shouldn't really listen to me like that either, because just because I say it's important, it doesn't really mean it is. It's if you feel it's important. I mean, the bottom line is what you feel. I I just feel it's important to keep people informed, and I feel it's important to know about the world. That's literally all I feel. And I like to know different information. And I don't have a mirror, but I'm going to use the camera. I really think that looks nice. I kind of like how it lays over my other crystal. It's really nice. It kind of lays that way. Hangs down here and hangs right on top. I kind of like that look. That is the perfect crystal for me. I made that into a choker. I kind of like how it comes down with these designs. For me, I think this one works. Maybe give me some self awareness. And then I'll start with my other order. son. He wanted a green crystal, so I'm looking for a green crystal. Somewhere. Anyways, like I said, I believe a lot of people should have opinions of their own. I believe it's important for everybody to have a special kind of connection with themselves in the world because honestly, when we die, it's nice to be comforted and to know about something because that's the end goal. When you die, to feel comforted. And if and when you die, there's no if you're gonna die. Everybody's gonna die. Well, when you die, it's nice to know that you're comforted by something. And just because I say it's one thing, it doesn't mean it is. And I just, I mean, I don't think that anybody should believe just what other people just tell you. I can tell you things all day long, but you should not fully believe them until you kind of figure things out on your own for your own self and your own self awareness. Because I am only one person in the world. I mean, I'm going to tell you I'm not lying to you, but you really know that. That's the thing. You really don't know. I could be. I got no reason to lie to you. But you really, truly don't know. This is not, you don't fully know what somebody's capable of or what someone's doing. You can only control your own actions. Those are laws of the universe. You could try to help other people and give your opinions, but in the end, it is all free will. All free will. And you can't mess with no free will. Nobody can. Not one person in this earth can mess with free will. And if you do, it's always bad implications. Bad implications. It's not something you really want to do. I would never, ever want to mess with somebody's free will. And I never will. Even if they're doing something that's just not right. I'm trying to look through all my stuff here. So look for a green crystal. Because you want a green one. And I think I'm getting every color but the one I wanted. I know I had a bunch of these kind without this, without the pendants. On one. Too much stuff is the problem. I think I need to put some crystals. Oh, here they are. I have them by my perfuming supplies. Like I said, I got crap everywhere. I order a lot of stuff. This green one's kind of interesting. I'm going to put this in his gift package. And I'm going to put him in this one. This one is very interesting. I like the little spottiness of it in this green. But yeah, here it is. See the dimensions in it? It kind of reminds me of, because he's kind of like all different. So these all have different kind of personalities. These crystals. This kind of reminds me of her son because he's kind of like all over the place and he has all kinds of crazy energy. He really does. Alright, give me another second. I will be right back. Alright, so I'm going to probably put this in a little gift set for him because she is one of my favorite residents. I can't say I have one resident that's not my favorite, but if I had any, that was my top five, it would be her. And I try to give joy to everyone's life. I'm going to retie this and bring this down. That's why I like these. I'm going to tie these out like this. Bring these down. I always reposition these with these. And I like to tie these in the back like shoestrings. This way, just like you would tie your shoes. This way you can untie them and tie them up easily and readjust them. I take a bath with these. I don't gotta worry about nothing turning my skin green, honestly, because I can untie them easily. See, so that's a little better. I can adjust the size easy with these. I can pull on these. I can choke you. To me, it's perfect because I have sensitive skin. That's why I thought of this idea. But anyways, I had no energy to do half of this stuff for like 2 days. But I'm gonna go ahead and make her son nest. Trying to measure what size. I think it'll fit her real big stone. She had a stone that was given. It was one of their family friends. Was given a stone. He wore every single day. Every day he wore a stone. And I think this would be big enough because it kind of goes in. And the bead's adjustable, so that's going to be for her stone. But anyways, they asked me to look at their stone. I said, okay. I looked at it, and when I seen it, I just simply told her that it was, when I looked at it, I just felt I kind of felt its properties. And the stone itself literally sucks in negative energy and then shoots it out. And a lot of times when someone dies or something and you have a rock or something that they carried around for a long time. The thing is, sometimes they have a lot of good properties. So, and then when you have a lot of good properties, a lot of times it'll go, it will only work for people they knew. So, sometimes I like to put a little lavender and stuff on these just to spruce them up. They're already blessed, but sometimes it's just nice to have something a little special with it. And then with these rope chains I got from Amazon. You could put these in like that, and then you take the bead, bring it down, just like that. And then you got a necklace. Then you have, and then you can put your aromatherapy oils on it or whatnot, and just let your natural energy absorb into it, because that's the main goal. That absolutely is the main goal. So I like to smell lavender. I think lavender's kind of a fun thing. So I like to put my stones with lavender and stuff. I feel like essential oils kind of makes things better. It's just my kind of thing. But like I said, maybe people could like start almost like start a research team or something. And maybe just donate money or whatever to try to find out these different secrets. Because honestly, it's secrets. But it doesn't have to be. And people are literally saying these sites are there. So why can't we, if they're there, find out what the truth was of the people before them? To me, it makes way more sense. To other people, I don't. I would hope it does, but it might not. It truly may not. So, I mean, but I think, I mean, it's not my money. I know that the researchers and stuff, when they do these kind of things, they feel, they got to go get all their money together. So obviously, these scientists don't have the money, but they'll get grants and this and that. We've all seen movies where they're getting money for their research. We've all seen it. One way or another, you've seen it. I'm just looking at my other oils. Because they just, they look yummy. I'm in a silly mood tonight. Oh, there's an apple. I do love the smell of apple. I may make myself some apple perfume. I absolutely love apple. I think it's one of my favorite things. Let me see. I wasn't going to make perfume, but I have some perfumer's alcohol, and I figured, what the hell? Today I will make apple perfume. I do enjoy the apple perfume. I know I have the little black bottles I ordered it. Okay, that's that. Oh, it's right here. And of course, the dog got into some of these. I had to grab that from him and tell him that it's just not a good thing to do. But that's neither here nor there. But, anyways, I like to do my perfumes on a 70-30 type thing. And I think I might. I don't know if I did passion fruit would be good. I don't know if this would overpower this one. See, I kind of want just an apple. Because I just feel like it would be better. Because I feel like when you're, and I always say when you're doing this, it's like literally, it's a lot like mixing grape juice. A lot. Oh my god, how much it is like grape juice. I don't know what this is supposed to be. These little dropper things. I don't know, these kits that they give you this fancy crap, and I don't understand that. I'm just going to go put my perfumer's alcohol in here. Alright, where's that? I'm losing half of my stuff today. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put my perfumer's alcohol in here. And then I'm going to do 70%. I like to use percentages when I making vape juice, or if I make a perfume, but I'm not trying to trademark this at all, of the vape juice I mean, but I'll show you how to do perfume. Alright, you take your alcohol, and I had a kit that had one of these big suction thingies in it. So, I'm going to put this in here. And I'm hoping this lasts me to my next perfume as alcohol gets here, because I have enough essential oils for a long while. But, like I said, when I'm in the mood for certain perfume, I got all this because I don't have a car. And sometimes it's hard for me to get to a store. Honestly. So. Oh, these little taps come off. That was what the little thingy was for. Okay. I'm just pouring this in there, just like that. And these little stopper things go right here. Like that. I actually like this kit better because of that. I'm going to put that there. It's a lot easier than these other dropper things. Anyways, when you take this, I filled it this much with the perfumer's alcohol. And then I took my essential oil, the apple one, from right here. And then I just poured this in from here to here. And then you take this. Make sure this is real tight. Make sure it's real tight, just like vape juice. Then you move it around. You're going to see right here how it's like that. You can see the oil in it. Just keep shaking it around. You want that oil to really get in there. And you want it to solidify really nice. Because that's what makes a real good perfume. And you just let it kind of move it around. I like to do a 70-30 mixture. 70% perfume is because the more of the alcohol content that you put in, the thing is it's gonna smell more like alcohol. And some people have told me that they took Jack Daniels and they have made perfume with Jack Daniels before. I don't want to entertain that because that's crazy talk. But I guess some people do. I guess if you got a liquor that's strong enough, it can happen. Alright, I'm just going to kind of let that go until it's clear and find the top of this. Here we go. But I just was in the mood for something that was like Bath and Body, and I decided to make my own. And I'm going to put this back in here. I actually might buy more of this. It's the Diary of Fragrance Oils, and this is fat oil. Or fat oil. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's kind of cool. This is number 7, has a million stuff. And I kind of like how the stopper comes up and you actually can pour it and you don't have to count drops. Counting drops is kind of a pain in the booty hole. So, and at least I got my one gift set done. But definitely leave your comments below on what you think about undiscovered things and if it would benefit us. If they actually had grant money, the scientists and stuff. I mixed this so you can't see any oil. Just kind of come on over that way and that way. And this way. You gotta see, look to the light. I mean, your perfume should. I'm gonna spray just a little bit of this. It should. I mean, it should smell like your fragrance you put in because you put 70% and 30%. It should be a little stronger too. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like fresh apple. Oh my god. This is amazing. I feel like I just peeled an apple open. It just smells so good. I think it smells good all by itself, but when you have your own perfume and kit like this, I mean, they're really easy. I only spent, I think, for the moon kit I showed you that have these fruity fragrances, I think this was only like, I think less than $20. And the perfumer's alcohol, I want to say that that was a little bit more, and it was a big bottle, so that'll cost you like maybe 10 or 15. But the thing is you can make these little bottles, and then when you run out, when I buy I think I bought like, I spent like $5, got a bunch of these, and you can have something that's comparable to the store and get out of this whole kit. I can get probably 40 bottles of perfume out of this. And you could save yourself money in the long run doing this and have some, and even sell it if you want. Sell it to your friends. I mean, why not? Your friends want you to get a little perfume, you want to get a little, just some of your money back for some of the supplies. Maybe sell a bottle or two, then you made up for your supplies. And that's okay. It really is totally okay to make up for your supplies, and then if you don't hit a profit, if you sold enough to just break even, then you can order more. Because some people just rather buy stuff than make it. I've learned this in my journey. I think it's silly, but it is what it is. That's just the way people are. People get excited and it's better because someone else made it. And that's why we live. That's how life is sometimes. Or people don't have time to make it. It's a service. And there's really nothing wrong with it. Because sometimes you gotta, that's just the way it is some that time. And then go put all the little supplies back. And I got a new awesome perfume, little apple perfume. And I don't smell anything like this in the stores at all. This is actually pretty nice. So I'm really liking this. It's not bad at all. Oh my god, it's amazing. I think it's that fragrance oil too. It just has a really good smell. Sometimes, certain it's fragrance oils aren't all that expensive either. Some of them you get are a little better than others, but the ones that aren't as good as or strong as the others, you could just dry. Obviously, that one you could pour it in. Some of them are droppers. I prefer the ones that have the stoppers that you can open it. That seems like a better deal altogether. But I guess it's all in your preference, honestly. So, but I'm gonna end this, and I probably will be live streaming tomorrow. Hopefully, my perfumer's alcohol gets here and I can make more than one bottle. And thank you for listening. Well, obviously, no one listened to this one yet, but if you do listen after all this is done, thank you. And I appreciate you finding me important enough to listen to my opinions. And now you know how to make a bottle of perfume or cologne, because you can get cologne too. It's not hard. And then I can show you, and it's so easy. And just go right on Amazon. So I'm going to end the stream, and I hope everybody's having a great day.